What should your net worth actually be at your age in 2026? Are you quietly ahead, exactly average, or further behind than you'd ever want to admit? Most people have no idea. They see headlines about millionaires in their 30s. They hear coworkers casually mention investment properties. They scroll past people claiming to be financially free at 35. And they wonder, am I doing this wrong? Today, we're going to walk through the real numbers in 2026. The median and average net worth in the US from your 20s all the way through your 60s. Then we'll compare those to the recommended retirement targets. More importantly, I'll show you how to interpret these numbers correctly, because most people use them in a way that actually hurts their motivation. And at the end, I'll show you how to calculate your own target so you can see whether you're on track and what to adjust. Before we get into age brackets, let's begin by first defining net worth and how to calculate it. Net worth is everything you own, minus everything you owe. Assets include cash, investments, retirement accounts, real estate equity, business value. Liabilities include student loans, credit cards, car loans, personal loans, and other debts like mortgages. For example, if you have $10,000 in checking, $40,000 invested, and $70,000 in student loans, your net worth is negative $20,000. That number can feel heavy, but here's what matters. Net worth is a snapshot, not a verdict. A negative net worth at 25 is common. A modest net worth at 35 is common. Even a six-figure net worth at 45 is more normal than social media would suggest. So with that said, let's get right into net worth decade by decade. In your 20s, the median net worth in the US is about $6,689. The average, however, is over $127,000. That gap is massive, and this is where people get confused. The average is inflated by a small percentage of people with very high wealth, usually due to early startup exits, inheritances, or high-earning careers. The median tells you what the typical person looks like. The typical person in their 20s does not have six figures. The target for age 30 is largely based on Fidelity's rule of thumb, which suggests that someone at age 30 should have about 1 times your annual salary saved for retirement. The median income around 30 is roughly $52,000. That implies a target net worth around $52,000. If you're below that, it doesn't mean you failed. It means you still have time. This decade is less about perfection and more about positioning. There are 3 priorities in your 20s. 1. Kill high-interest debt quickly. Credit cards charging 20% interest mathematically overpower almost any investment return. Eliminating that debt is a guaranteed return. 2. Build the habit of investing. Even $300 or $500 per month invested early can compound dramatically. A 25-year-old investing $500 a month at 8% can end up with over $1.3 million by 65. Wait until 35 to start, and that number nearly cuts in half. 3. Increase your earning power. Certifications, switching companies, negotiating salary. Going from $60,000 to $90,000 changes everything. A higher income makes saving 20% realistic instead of painful. Your 20s are about trajectory, not totals. Now moving on to your net worth in your 30s. The median net worth here is about $24,580. The average is around $321,549. Again, don't let the average trick you. A few very wealthy households distort that number. By the end of your 30s, Fidelity's benchmark suggests 3 times your salary. The median income near age 40 is about $61,970, so that implies a target around $185,910. If you make $100,000 annually, your 3 times target becomes $300,000. This is usually the decade where financial pressure peaks. This is particularly because of mortgages, kids, career pressure, and lifestyle upgrades. The key mistake people make here is letting income growth disappear into lifestyle upgrades. If your income goes from $70,000 to $100,000 and your spending rises equally, your wealth barely moves. So here are the 3 priorities in your 30s. 1. Eliminate non-mortgage debt. Free up cash flow. Every dollar not going to interest can go to investments. 2. Raise your savings rate with your income. If you started at 10% savings in your 20s, aim for 20% or more in your 30s. 3. Build a real emergency fund. Generally, someone in their 30s should have 3 to 6 months minimum. If you have dependents or unstable income, even more. Your 30s are about turning stability into momentum, but remember, one can't manage their wealth unless they track it. To help my viewers, I built a free personal finance tracker and dropped it in the description below. Go check it out for yourself and download it for free. Now let's move on to your 40s. Here, the median net worth jumps to about $76,479. Again, the average is a lot higher due to high-income earners, so we don't have to focus on that. Fidelity recommends 6 times your salary by age 50. With median income near $65,000 at the end of your 40s, that implies roughly $390,000 as a target. This decade creates major divergence. Some people are approaching $500,000 invested. Others are rebuilding from setbacks. Some are supporting both children and aging parents. And one of the most dangerous things to do at this decade is to compare. Instead, one should focus on clarity. The 3 major goals in your 40s are: 1. Define your retirement number. Estimate your desired annual retirement expenses. Multiply by 20 to 25 as a rough benchmark. If you want $60,000 per year, you may need $1.2 to $1.5 million invested. 2. Prioritize big goals. Mortgage payoff, college savings, aggressive retirement investing. Pick 1 or 2. Trying to maximize everything at once dilutes progress. 3. Estate planning. If you have dependents, a will and powers of attorney are essential. It's not about wealth. It's about control and clarity. Your 40s are about moving from accumulation to strategic accumulation. Now let's move on to your 50s. The median net worth is about $192,964, while the average exceeds $1 million. This is where consistency becomes visible. Fidelity suggests 8 times your salary by age 60. Median income near 60 is roughly $62,010, suggesting a target around $496,800. If you earn $100,000 per year, your benchmark becomes $800,000 or more. Here are the 3 priorities in your 50s. 1. Asset allocation shift. You still need growth, but you gradually increase stability. More bonds, more diversified assets, less concentrated risk. 2. Get specific about retirement lifestyle. The questions to ask yourself is whether you will travel heavily, downsize your home, work part-time. Small decisions dramatically change your required nest egg. Define this so you know how much money you need to retire. 3. Maximize catch-up contributions. In 2026, those over 50 can contribute up to $32,500 to a 401k and $8,600 to an IRA. That's over $40,000 per year in tax-advantaged space. Your 50s are your final high-earning runway. Now let's move on to the last decade in this video, your 60s. The median net worth is about $290,920. The average is roughly $1.576 million. Fidelity's guideline suggests 10 times salary by age 65. With median income around $63,455, that implies roughly $634,550. More conservative planners aim for 15 times to 20 times income. Most withdrawal strategies fall between 4% and 4.7%. That means if you spend $60,000 annually, you ideally want around $1.2 to $1.5 million invested. But here's something many people overlook. Retirement expenses often drop due to several factors. No commuting, no retirement contributions, often no mortgage, and fewer dependents. If you'd like some further clarity on why you may have seen $3.2 million as the perfect retirement number, watch this video that I left a link to above. The 3 priorities in your 60s are: 1. Build a withdrawal plan. Know how your portfolio will generate income year by year. 2. Focus on capital preservation. Avoid large losses early in retirement. Sequence of returns risk becomes important. 3. Reduce fixed expenses. A paid-off home significantly lowers retirement pressure. Wrapping up and putting this all into perspective. Now step back. Are you above the median? Below it? Close to your income benchmark? Wherever you are, here's something that most people need to hear. Net worth is not a race against other people. It's a system against time. If you increase your savings rate, avoid high-interest debt, invest consistently, and grow your income, the math works. Even someone starting at 35 with zero can build 7 figures by retirement with disciplined investing and income growth. The most powerful variable isn't where you are today. It's what percentage of your income you invest from today forward. If you want help calculating your personal income target and mapping out your path to it, check the link in the description. I've included a free personal finance tracker that I created for my subscribers. And if you like this video, gently tap the like and subscribe buttons to follow for more personal finance tips to help you build your rich life. Remember, you're not behind. You're either compounding or you're about to start. Here are 2 other videos that you might like.